See, the Lord your God has placed the land before you. Go up, take possession, as the Lord, the God of your fathers, has spoken to you. Do not fear or be dismayed. Then all of you approached me and said, let us send men before us, that they may search out the land for us and bring back to us word of the way by which we should go up and the cities which we shall enter. God had said to the children of Israel, go into the land. The people were like, I don't know. Maybe we should do a little reconnaissance first. You ever do this when the Lord has called you to step out into unknown territory? Well, before I take the step of faith, let me just check out this, the landscape a little bit. Let me just weigh all the options. Let me just see kind of how this is going to look and how it's going to work. Well, what is that? When we are not walking by faith, but walking by sight. But the Bible calls us not to walk by sight, by what we see, but by faith, by trusting in God, trusting in His Word, in His promises. Does God ever allow us to go in a direction that He really doesn't want us to go, but He actually will concede and let us do that, which may be less than His best? Absolutely. We're all living testimony of that, right? How many of us went a direction that wasn't God's best? He wasn't leading us in, but He allowed it. Praise God that He can take our mistakes and our detours. And like Romans 8:28 says, we know that God works all things together for good. The fear of man is a snare, but the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Fear the Lord. Trust in the Lord. Know that He is more powerful than our enemy. That's exactly what David did. As he walked out onto that battlefield that day, the giant Goliath was standing there taunting the armies of Israel and taunting their God. And David shows up, just a shepherd boy, overlooked, thought of as having nothing. His brothers were like, what are you doing here, David? Get back and tend those few sheep that you're in charge of. Why are you out here with the men on the battlefield? There's no place for a kid. And he's like, what's going on? Well, this giant is out there and he's challenging someone to take him out. And David's like, what's the holdup? What's taking so long? Why are you sitting here like the children of Israel for 40 days waiting and deciding whether you should do this? What's the deal? Well, he's huge. Look at him. David said, so what? Look at our God. And that's exactly what he did. David marched out there, not in his own strength, but with some simple tools, a shepherd's sling and a stick. And Goliath said, what are you? What is you? Just a little scrappy dog yipping at my ankle. Are you mocking me? Are you kidding me right now? And Goliath mocks him. And David says, you've defied God and the armies of Israel, and I'm going to take you out. David was insignificant, overlooked, weak in the eyes of other men. But David didn't focus on his small stature. He didn't focus on the great size of his enemy. But by faith, he declared there in 1 Samuel 17, the greatness of his God. Is that what we're going to do? Are we going to live and walk by faith? Or are we going to walk by sight and live in fear?